Alright, what's up guys? So I just got my first ever sub 2 by 2 average. It was a 1.95 average. So I decided to make a really low effort video on all the reconstructions of the solves since I haven't made a real video in a while. I mean, this isn't really a real video. It's just, it's better than just the solves that I post, but whatever. We'll just get into the first solve, which I'll put all the scrambles in the description below because scrambles really matter for 2 by 2. So let's get right into it. Oh, here's the first scramble. It was 1.45. Counting solve too. That's the funny part because I kind of fumbled one of the solves later, but anyway, we'll get into it. I saw there's this 2 by 1 here, which is nice, and I saw I can make a 2-move layer for blue, but I kept looking. So obviously this isn't going to go anywhere because if I do UR, then the U is going to move it over here, which is out of the way of the R layer, and the other U layer pieces are here and here, so it's going to make this other 2 by 1 with these with green facing this way. So I know it's just going to be UR and then F inverse sexy F prime, and I know it's going to be no AUF because red's over here and the red bar is going to be up here, which is on the other side, which means no AUF. So it just looks like this. That was our first one. All right, here's the second scramble. I got a 1.89 in this one. First, I guess because I'm not color neutral in 3 by 3. First I saw this 2 by 1 and I thought white first. But I thought you also got to keep looking if you find something good. So I decided on red, even because white, I guess would be 4 moves and red, or white is 5 moves and red's 4. So if I didn't want to look this one because I'm not that smart. So I knew you can just do U, R prime, U, R prime. And then I quickly saw this soon with no AUF. And that was the second one. Alright, here's a third scramble. It's also really easy, but this is the one that I totally fumbled because I already had 2 counting mid, or I guess the second one was like a high 1. But I had 2 ones. One was going to be counting, so I'm like, alright, this average can be really good. So I saw the 2 layers. There was the green layer, which can be done in 2 moves, just doing U2R like this. But I decided, again, just like the second one, to keep looking. So I can do the orange layer in 3 moves, doing RUR, 1 move extra. But I also noticed I would have an oriented red face. So I kept looking again. So this piece would go over here. So that means it would be, I would do RUR, then U prime. Then it would just be an adjacent swap of these 2 corners. And then since this corner ultimately doesn't really move anywhere, it'll be a U AUF. But I choked it really bad and it ended up being a 2.8. So that was the worst solve of the average. So it looked like this. Alright, so that was number 3. Alright, so here's the fourth scramble, is a 2.51. To be honest, I can't really remember which solution I did, but I know it was one of the two. It's either on the red bar or the green bar. So I'll just do both because, they're both kind of good anyway. So the red one, I have obviously the bar there. So it's 3 moves to solve the whole layer. So I did those. Maybe I did those. Again, one of these 2. And then U2, and it's just this CLL and that. So we'll go over what it could have been if I had done the other way, which is another 3-move layer. This time on green, I do R2, R2. I have this CLL, and it's solved. It's probably the first one because I don't really feel like I could have recognized the CLL in the second one fast enough for it to be a 2.5. But I'm not sure anyway, so it could have been either one. Alright, so here's the 5th scramble, and this is one where sparks flew, where magic happened, where all went right. So I saw, just like all the rest of the scrambles, there was a 2 by 1. So I saw there was yellow didn't really look great, but still doable. And then orange, but I didn't predict the CLL because, I'm not that smart. So I thought I could either do blue first and then green insert it in the back, which I don't think would give me the same silly last layer solution. So I did green in the back first and then blue in the front. And the last layer was solved. So it was 5 moves and it was a 1.23. So yeah, that concludes all this solves my 1.95 2x2 average. Again, first sub 2, still kind of shaken from it because they're just so goofy and out of nowhere. I mean, it's like almost 10 at night and I got this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.